Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is the head coach of the IU football team, the head of the Hoosiers, Curt Cignetti.
Yeah, coach!
Coach, 100% our fault. We want to take accountability for yesterday. That's on us. Thank you for taking the time yet again here today with us.
You're welcome. Great to be here.
Love you. Hey, I know we're looking ahead. Okay, we got another game. We won't go back to yesterday. We got a lot in front of us. There's a lot of opportunity still. I know all those things, Coach. I just want to let you know, man, we had a great Saturday in Oregon, didn't we? That was a good time.
Yeah.
That was a good time for us. I want to let you know, I appreciated your team. I had a lot of faith in your team. I respect the shit out of your team. Let's talk about your team. I also respect and appreciate Oregon as well. I think they still have everything in front of them, which is why it was such a big win for you.
To overcome adversity during the course of the game without flinching, ever letting doubt creep in, being resilient, so to speak. And I thought it was a physical, hard-fought game. Thought we did a great job on defense, particularly in the second half. Things we got done, gave up 3 points and got 2 turnovers. I think they had 40 total yards in the second half outside the last prevent drive. Offense answered their scores with 75-yard touchdowns. Great drive again at the end of the half with 24 seconds. We did that the week before against Iowa, too. Special teams was really good. Been good all year. That 58-yard field goal, 2 other ones. We've been pretty good in all phases, so it was a great program win.
Yeah, I'd say. And you talk about being pretty good in all phases or great in all phases. Because I live here, have seen it. You know, the reason why that game is such a big deal, I think, for the brand of IU football is because the whole world saw it and heard about it. And I think that's huge for you. You know, I love that you're a Gatorade Zero Glacier Freeze guy. I am as well. It's by far the best one. It is by far the best one that they have. No questions asked. Great taste out of you, okay? I like what you're doing. But, yeah, exactly. Cheers to you. I assume IU is getting paid. If not, they should be. We are not. I am not. This is just, zero sugar. Let's keep it moving. But Kirk Herbstreit brought up a good point, and Kirk has respect for the Big Ten. Kirk has seen the Big Ten. But there was a stat that was out there. It was like Indiana is 1 in 71 in these games in the history. And I immediately said, well, the IU football program literally just started last year. Okay, so that is kind of how I feel about it. And I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people around Indiana that feel that way. Do you feel the same energy or even more energy than last year with the hot start that you've had this year? How does the support feel from IU? Because this is all brand new to Hoosiers fans. They're all football people, but Hoosier football is very new to them. How has it felt kind of rallying for the next 5, 10, 15 years of a program here that you're building from scratch in Bloomington?
Yeah, well, we have the largest alumni base in America right now, over 800,000. We took over number one a month and a half ago.
Wow.
I think we built on our successes all the way around and all the things that are important to a program. I mean, the games are sold out. The fans are crazy and nutty. Giving has really increased, and we're getting more high-profile, high-powered donors into the program. Facilities are improving. Obviously, we're in rev share now, and NIL will be a key component in that as well. Staff salaries, those kind of things. So we're definitely moving in the right direction, and obviously, there's a lot of excitement. Especially, after this last game. Illinois game was a big game, too. They were number 9 in the country. And then you go to Iowa. That's a really hard place to play now. And that was a hard-fought game and win that one. But I think it's really important, and I addressed this Monday with our team, that we rip the rearview mirror off. And, this team's met every challenge up to this point. But why have they met every challenge? It's because of their commitment to the process, doing the things they have to do to be prepared. And give themselves the best chance on Saturday. And then even when you are totally prepared, you got to put it on the field. Plays 1 to 150, and you got to play a certain way. So we have things we preach. I really believe in college football. Game 1 and game 2, everybody's ready to play. After that, who shows up ready to play? And we have to show up ready to play this week and have a great mindset and do the things you got to do from a preparation standpoint, because anyone can beat anyone. 95% of teams in P4 are capable of beating one another on any given day. And Michigan State's got good players. They got good coaches. They went on the road. They lost 2 hard-fought road games at USC and Nebraska. They were dogfights. And I'm sure they're disappointed by their last game at home against UCLA. But they got a lot of character on that team, and I expect their best shot.
As you should, because you're not taking anybody by surprise anymore. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Coach, Roman Hemby, your running back, we saw him obviously in a couple of those highlights against Oregon. How nice is it to bring him in for Maryland and to see how he's kind of developed it feels like he's actually a great leader for the team, a veteran player, but the guy runs so hard and seems like he's very versatile and can do it all. Like, what does he do for your offense?
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. You bring in guys like Hemby, Coogan, and there's others. But Hemby's a warrior. He shows up every day at practice.
Everybody's trying to do what you do. You just talk about not knowing who these guys are out of the transfer portal until after spring through fall camp and then a few games. Everybody's looking at what you were able to accomplish and saying, hey, if we have a good transfer portal run and we get the right guy in here, we can turn into a number 3 team in the country in 2 years. There's a question now Connor has about what you've been able to do with the, there's a lot of people in that transfer portal. And you've talked about the stars and everything, what you're looking for. Connor has a question.
Yeah, Coach, to Pat's point right there, Mendoza was a name last year, but now he is one of the names in college football. And, you've turned him into that. We talk about it in the NFL with Baker Mayfield and his OCs. He makes his OCs, head coaches. You basically make these quarterbacks absolute superstars. What kind of traits do you look for when you're in the portal, when you are recruiting, to, know that this kid has something in him that you can you mentioned full potential, bring out his full potential? Is it character? I heard you talk about character at Michigan State and your own team heading to Oregon, and that felt like a massive thing. We just talked to Coach McCarthy about QBEQ, emotional quotient, and just about the importance of that when it comes to football. What are the specific things you're looking for in all the players that you currently have in your team?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you got to have a blueprint and a plan, first of all, for how you're going to run your program. But this business is all about recruiting, development, and now retention. So, I think all my years as a recruiting coordinator really helped me from an evaluation standpoint. And I've always, evaluated anyone we are considering coming into the program, whether it's a recruit, a portal guy, or a coach, obviously, because it's all about people. It is all about people. And you got to have the right kind of people on your staff and on your team. Development is huge. There's a lot of good players out there. I really believe that. You got to do a great job developing them. In the weight room, off-season program, how you practice in the meeting room, and the kind of culture you create in your program. And in terms of the quarterback, first of all, Chandler Whitmer's done a great job with Fernando Mendoza. He's in his first year with us as quarterback coach, co-offensive coordinator. And we've had a great running quarterback. You're right. I think we've had 4 or 5 in a row that were player of the year in the league. And Curtis Work had a great year last year and actually was second team all conference, but I think he led the country in QBR. They've all been different. We've had the pocket guys, the dual guys, and the in-betweeners. And you got to build around their strengths and around your offensive strengths. And, all those guys have flourished, and Fernando's done the same thing. He was an easy guy to evaluate. There's a lot of physical talent there. He's tall, he's smart, he's got quick release, he can make all throws, he's mobile. When he got here, we had to settle him down a little bit in the pocket, work on his footwork, and processing a little bit and just calm him down a little bit in the pocket, because he didn't have the best protection at Cal. The progress he has made in the pocket really is unbelievable. And but as much progress as he has made, he's got that much more he can make because of his ability. And he's the kind of guy, he is extremely intelligent. He has super high character. He wants to be a great player. And I've never been around a player anywhere I've ever been that prepares like him.
Let's go.
Wow.
I love that. I love that.
And cares about people, involved in the community. Teammates love him. But he's not a real rah-rah guy now. You know what I mean? He leads by example.
That's
which is how the quarterback needs to lead.
Hey, that's high EQ, I think, is what I'm hearing from Mike McCarthy. The emotional quotient for him through the roof, physical talent through the roof. His accuracy is insane.
Yeah.
You watch him play, it's like, oh, that's a Sunday guy right there. That is a Sunday guy. Can extend the play as well. And now he's doing something special down there in Bloomington that we've never seen before in this state. Now, on that note, whenever you got here, you were something that I don't think anybody has seen in D1 ball. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, and it was a breath of fresh air, Coach. And obviously, everyone, right after, whether it was you saying, hey, listen, I've never taken a back seat to anybody. I'm not going to do it now. And maybe kind of jousting with Ohio State a little bit and Purdue, and then the Google me, I win. That's going to follow you the rest of your life because you continue to do it. Do you think, are you at a point now where you don't feel like you have to maybe, quote unquote, talk shit or do any of that stuff anymore? Because it's like, hey, guess what? I can say whatever I want to say, but we're playing on Saturday and we're coming in there to kick your ass. And now people know, hey, Indiana actually really might come in here and beat our ass.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I feel like this year I'm back to who I was. This may be 44 or 43 for me. I don't know. The other 41 years. But, just what's our response going to be this week against Michigan State coming off the Oregon win? What you saw last year for me was sort of my response to my first 8 hours on the job here. What I detected, noticed, and saw and didn't like. And I wasn't going to lower my stand. I'd come from a championship program. We'd won 5 straight championships.
Hell yeah.
And I wasn't going to have my standards lowered by everything I felt, saw, and heard. And so I got a little mad. Yeah, I did. And it all started at the basketball game. It really didn't. It started when I stepped into the stadium for the first time ever and got on the elevator with the AD, and he got an earful. And then it just took on a life of its own after that. I get it. So, yeah, I don't need to do that. We've established.
Yeah, I don't need to do that anymore. We established it 8 hours in. Okay, a lot needs to change. I'm sick of all of this, everything. The questions were probably condescending. The things you were seeing were probably condescending. All of a sudden, well, this is a tall task. We don't have this. We don't have this. I'm sick of this, okay? We were winning here because I decided to come here. That's what I was going to get. And you got to talk your shit. I love that. And now you're at the point where, after the Oregon win, it certainly helps. And I'm excited to see how your team responds as well. This is a big test for your team now. They talk about, handling failure. Handling success is obviously the hardest thing. That's all you've ever really done. You can Google that. I'm excited to see your boys respond. But I also appreciate the fact that you look around and you're like, all right, I don't have to tell everybody that we're going to beat the shit out of them. They kind of understand that now. You're the man, Coach. We appreciate the hell out of you.
Well, I love you guys. And I heard you talking about the Gateway Gators against Plum Mustangs the other day.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Terry Smith is interim head coach up there at Penn State. Gateway Gator, great.
And that's a great football coach. Let me tell you, he'll do a great job there.
As will you. That's the head coach at Indiana, Curt Cignetti. We'll continue digitally. Cheers. Goodbye. All right, we're still live. We're still live. So don't say that. Don't bear. We're still live. There's people still watching. Coach, we love you, man. Congratulations on all the success, and thank you for the time.
Got to keep it going, man.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to get back down there, brother. Can't wait to get back down there. Maybe stop
Glad
by the
you're in our
house.
state. I'm glad you're in our state. You're my homeboy now.
Hell yeah.
You're damn right. I'm glad you're in our state,
You
brother.
go down the house.
Fuck yeah. Hey, I need to go down the house. Putt and green, the whole thing. The whole family. Tell the family we said hello and grazie down there.
Okay, let's go. That's an open invitation.
All right, whole crew, we're coming. Ladies and gentlemen, Curt Cignetti, thank you.
Yeah, Coach!
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past